Welcome to SportsWare Online Unit 1, Basic Operations. To log into SportsWare Online, navigate to www.swol123.net. Once there, enter your email address and password, then click Login. You are now at the SportsWare dashboard. To change your password, select My Account from the dashboard. Enter a new password, then confirm your password, and click Save. To reset a lost password, navigate to the login page, enter your email address, and click Reset Password. Then navigate to your email, open the email sent by the system, and click on the link. Confirm your email address, enter your new password, and confirm your new password, then click Save. To access general settings for your institution, select Admin from the dashboard, then select Institution. Here you can adjust the basic settings for your organization. The Institutions section includes the institution's name and ID and the controls that allow athletes to access and edit information through their pre-participation module. If you want your athletes to be able to access and use the module, these boxes must be checked. The school ID is the identifier you want to give to anyone using the pre-participation module. The billing information section contains the billing contact information for your institution. The options section controls timeout settings, which control how long a person can be logged into SportsWare before it logs off due to inactivity, and report title settings. The medical history renewal date controls whether or not your athletes have a single SportsWare record throughout their entire career, or if you want the system to archive the records after each school year and create new ones for your athletes. If you want to maintain a single record, leave this field blank. If you want the records to be archived every year, enter a date in this field. Typically, the date used here represents the end of the school year. As the name suggests, user password requirements controls password usage. The system defaults to password expiration at 90 days. The athlete password requirements section includes the same password controls as the user requirements. The Athlete Mobile Access section controls the type of information you want your athletes to be able to access and edit remotely. Data filter defaults control how many days' worth of information are displayed in the injury and treatment listing screens. To access attachments for your institution, select Admin from the dashboard, then Institution. Click the Attachments tab at the top of the page. Here is where you can create and control online forms for your athletes and athletic trainers. There are three basic form types: read-only forms, such as handbooks and informational documents, fillable forms for your athletic trainers, and fillable forms for your athletes. To create a form, click Design PDF. Here is where you make the choices about the type of form you're making. The first box indicates whether the form is read-only or requires the athlete or athletic trainer to fill it out. The second section is used if the form is for an athlete. The checkboxes control whether or not the form is informational only or requires the recipient to complete and sign the form. The checkboxes in the third section are used if the form is for your athletic trainers. Use the checkboxes to control in which databases you want the form to be included. To add a form, click Add. Browse to find the form you want to upload. Give your form a name and check the appropriate boxes on the attachment page. In this case, the form is a fillable PDF that we want to distribute to athletes and require them to sign it. To delete a form, simply select it from the list and click Delete. Deleted forms are archived in the system. The Renew button archives a form. For instance, if you want your athletes to fill out a new concussion acknowledgement form each year, select the form and click Renew. This will require the athletes to fill out the form for the new year and archive the old form. To add a user from your institution, select Admin from the dashboard, then select Users. Click Add a User in the left-hand menu. In this section, enter the contact information for your user. You can assign a password here, or you can leave the password blank. Leaving the password blank allows the user to log into the system and click Renew Password to set their own secure password. At the bottom of the page, specify the types of notifications the user should receive. Note that if you select Send Email Notification on changes, the user will receive a notification with every edit, no matter how small, made to your database, so use this sparingly. The Receive Email for Sportswear Updates box notifies the user of any changes to Sportswear, such as alerts for when the system is updated or going through brief maintenance. Click the Program Functions tab at the top of the page. This section limits how much control the user has to edit and view information in the system. It's recommended that you limit the number of people to whom you give Edit Picklists functionality, as this can result in inconsistent information in your database. For instance, if one athletic trainer enters the term sprained ankle, and another with Picklist access enters the term ankle sprain, you would have two different terms for the same injury, which will impact your reports and pull-down menus. Be similarly careful with the functionality you grant in the Database Access tab. These checkboxes control which databases the user can view, edit, add, delete, or print from. It's recommended that you restrict who is given delete rights, as deletions cannot be reversed without incurring a service charge. The Restrict Group Access tab is only used if you manage multiple institutions within Sportswear. To delete a user, select the user's name from the list and click Delete. Click Add a Coach to add a new coach into your database. You'll find the same basic setup as the Add a User functionality, with restrictions for how widely a coach can impact the database. The same warnings and recommended settings we discussed in the User section apply here as well. The unique feature for the Coach section is the Restrict Sport Access tab, which can limit the coach to access only certain sports teams within your database. Let's talk about how to add an athlete into the system. At the top of the dashboard, you will see a series of icons. These are shortcuts to the various databases within Sportswear. These can also be accessed by clicking the Database pull-down menu. To add an athlete, select Athlete from the pull-down menu, or click the athlete icon at the top of the dashboard. Here you will see a list of all the athletes in your database. To add a new athlete, click Add in the left-hand menu. This will bring you to a series of tab pages in which you can enter your athlete's information. The General tab is where you enter all of the most basic information for your athlete. Additional tabs that run along the top of the page allow you to enter a wide variety of details, including medical history, insurance information, and emergency contacts. To update an existing athlete's record, navigate to the athlete's name in the database. Highlight the athlete's name and click Update in the left-hand menu. Here again, you can view the tabs that make up the athlete's record details. The Required tab will show you whether or not your athlete's record is complete and will give you details about which fields are incomplete. Picklists control the choices available within various Sportswear pull-down menus. Before editing picklists, it's recommended that you review the default choices that are already in place. To edit a picklist, click Picklists from the pull-down menu. Here you will see a list of available picklist types. For instance, If you choose immunizations, you will see the default choices already set up in the system. On this page, you can easily add or remove choices. Treatment modalities list the wide range of treatments, along with their CPT codes and billing units, all of which is fully customizable as well. Evaluations is an example of a two-level pick list. Selecting an evaluation on the left displays tests specific to that evaluation on the right. Multi-level is one of the more important pick lists. As with evaluations, clicking on an item in the left-hand column displays the specific menu choices for that item in the right-hand column. For instance, selecting Alert displays all the built-in allergy choices. You could add new choices as you see fit. Selecting ATC allows you to add or delete a member of your athletic training staff. The grad class selection allows you to add or rename graduation years. It's recommended that you use caution, especially in this area, before making changes, and consult with Sportsware's customer service if you have any questions. Thank you for watching Unit 1 of Sportswear Online. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 781-297-2034 or at info@csmisolutions.com.